Sat 15 Aug 2026 Wed 19 Aug 2026 Men's International Test Match Series First Test Day 1 of 5 Sri Lanka vs India batting in play Sri Lanka yet to bat India innings: 44 for 0 from 10.4 overs in play 80.56 50.00 no balls 0 wide 0 byes 0 leg byes 1 total 1 no balls 0 wide 0 byes 0 leg byes 1, total 1 10.4 overs 10.4 overs 4.02.75 4.05.50 1.45.40 1.01.00 Dhananjaya de Silva, Captain Niroshan Dickwella, Wicket Keeper Rishabh Pant, Wicket Keeper Dhananjaya de Silva, Captain Niroshan Dickwella, Wicket Keeper Rishabh Pant, Wicket Keeper. India won the toss and from storyflo. This is your daily audio brief. It's Brock. August 15th. Big day in sports. Let's get to it. Let's get into it. First, from BBC Sport Cricket. Sri Lanka v India first test scorecard. Next, second, from The Guardian Sport. Australia v Japan. Nations Championship Rugby Union International Live. Updates from second test between the Wallabies and Brave Blossoms. Kick-off time in Townsville is 3 p.m. East / 2 p.m. JST / 6 a.m. BST. Any thoughts? Get in touch on email. Hello everybody and welcome to live coverage of Australia v Japan in the second and final test of this bilateral series. Kickoff at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville is scheduled for 3:15 p.m. The Wallabies snuck home in the series opener last Saturday to kick off the Les Kiss era with a morale-boosting win. Up next, third, from MMA fighting. UFC 330 results, Makhachev vs Machado Gary. In the main event, Islam Makhachev looks to join a very short list of UFC champions to defend his UFC belt in 2 separate divisions when he puts UFC welterweight title on the line against Ian Machado Gary. Makhachev has won 16 straight fights, while Gary is 10-1 in the UFC. UFC strawweight champion Mackenzie Dern defends her title for the first time against Jillian Robertson in the co-main event. Dern has won 3 straight fights, while Robertson has recorded 5 wins in a row. Check out UFC 330 results below. UFC 330 main card Paramount Plus at 9 p.m. ET Islam Makhachev vs. And then, fourth, from PFT Alt. Sean Payton takes shot at light turnout in Atlanta. Sean Payton's got some choice words for the crowd in Atlanta tonight. He's not exactly thrilled with the turnout, saying there are a lot of people dressed up as empty seats. Now, the official attendance is listed at 68,183, but it's clear not everyone showed up to watch the Broncos take on the Falcons. The Falcons themselves didn't exactly light up the scoreboard, trailing 24-0 at halftime before losing 27-7. They've got some work to do if they want to get the fans on board, especially with tough road games coming up in the first few weeks of the season. Next, fifth, from awful announcing. Sean Payton takes shot at Falcons fans. A lot of people dressed up as empty seats today. The Falcons' performance in this game might be a sign of things to come, though. The team is expected to struggle this season with an over/under win total of 7.5 games. The quarterback situation is also up in the air, with Tua Tagovailoa and Michael Penix Jr. battling for the starting job. Penix is still rehabbing from a torn ACL, so it's unclear how he'll fit into the team's plans. Payton's comment was a lighthearted jab, but it might sting a bit for Falcons fans. They're already expecting a tough season, and this game didn't do much to inspire confidence. The Broncos went on to win 27-7, and the Falcons will have to regroup and try to turn things around. The Falcons' attendance issues might be a bigger problem than just this one game, though. The team has been struggling to draw fans to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and this preseason game was no exception. Payton's comment might be a sign of the larger issues facing the team, and it's unclear how they'll be able to turn things around. Up next, sixth, from PFT Alt. Steelers DT Keanu Benton agreed to 4-year extension. The Steelers and defensive tackle Keanu Benton have agreed to a long-term extension. Benton will sign a 4-year, $72 million deal, Ian Rappaport of NFL Media reports. The $18 million per season annual average will make Benton the highest-paid defensive lineman in Steelers history. Benton, 25, was entering the final year of his rookie deal, due to make $1.750 million this season. The Steelers selected him in the second round in 2023, and he has played all 51 possible games, while starting 40. And then, seventh, from awful announcing, Justin Herbert, Madison Beer PDA video foreshadows NFL's misguided WAG's marketing plan, per report. On July 28, Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert and pop star Madison Beer jointly announced their engagement with an Instagram post liked over 6.7 million times. Shortly afterward, Herbert reported to Chargers training camp, and this video showing Herbert and Beer mid-PDA on the practice field went viral. It seemed easy enough to explain. A newly engaged couple at the height of euphoric love knows no bounds. But then, there were more PDA-adjacent training camp videos, so something felt weird. Next, eighth, From MMA fighting, Joshua Van and Alexander Pantoja have to be separated at UFC 331 press conference. When someone talks, you shut your *C king mouth. Joshua Van and Alexander Pantoja went head-to-head at the UFC 331 press conference, with things quickly turning testy between the two. Van took a shot at Pantoja's injury that led to his title loss, saying he would have still won if the elbow hadn't been dislocated. Pantoja fired back, warning Van about disrespecting his Brazilian heritage and threatening to take care of him in the octagon. The tension escalated when Van interrupted Pantoja's long answer, prompting the Brazilian to stand up and walk towards him. Security intervened, and Van mocked Pantoja, calling him a kid and telling him to sit down. Pantoja shot back, saying Van would be locked in the octagon with him on September 19. Van seemed to enjoy needling Pantoja, but the former flyweight champion saw through it, calling him a fraidy cat and a tough guy act. Van responded by saying he's not afraid of Pantoja, even going so far as to claim his name is Fearless. The two had a fiery face-off, with Dana White having to keep them apart. On the markets, Kalshi traders have been actively repricing this story in the last day. Up next, 9th. From PFTL, Cardinals rookie OL Chase Bisontes tears MCL. Chase Bisontes, the Cardinals rookie offensive guard, is going to miss most or possibly all of his rookie season. He tore his MCL and needs surgery. This happened on Thursday night when a Raiders defensive lineman fell into the side of his left knee. Bisontes was competing for a starting job, but now that's on hold. The Cardinals have had some bad luck with rookie offensive linemen getting hurt in the preseason. It's happened a few years in a row now. And then, 10th. From PFTL, Cade Klubnik plays 2 series, leads Jets to 10 points. So Cade Klubnik gets the call at quarterback for the Jets on Friday, replacing Geno Smith, who's dealing with ankle soreness, not a major concern according to coach Aaron Glenn. Klubnik makes his NFL debut and it's a solid start, hooking up with tight end Mason Taylor for a 12-yard gain on his first play. He then finds Woody out Garrett Wilson twice for 32 yards, including a highlight reel catch for 21 yards. The Jets settle for a field goal on a drive, but Klubnik had some idea of one, letting running back Brill Allen to the heavy lefty and scoring a 31-yard touchdown on Klubnik's final play of the night. Klubnik's night wraps up 5 of 7 for 56 yards, a promising debut. That's the rundown. Back at it tomorrow. New here. Grab you of a few seconds.